Welcome back to the Tale of Meduim Clue. Episode 1 was Getting to Know, and today we are quite literally sailing into the Tale of Meduim Clue. Yes, the episode title is a pun. No, I don't regret it. This is day 1 at sea for this journey, and I am so excited to get my first boat to start exploring. Because for the first time since leaving the Corrupted Gauntlet, I'm not trapped in a red room. I'm free.
Pause.
Before we go any further, I have a confession to make. I do not have the footage of completing my very first sailing quest, Pandemonium. Now listen, this was not my fault. I did not expect Anne to shove me overboard the second I found that medallion. Oh, and Will? Yeah, he definitely yoinked it from me while I was floating face down like a sad buoy. So yeah, that footage mysteriously vanished with them. Certainly not because I forgot to hit record. It was a flawless conspiracy by Anne and Will.
Psych a lot!
So instead of watching me swim back to shore, here's my brand new Timu raft, making me question every decision that led me here. Every journey begins with a choice. Some choose the safe path, some choose the challenging path. And then there are people like me, who click Ultimate Ironman on Tutorial Island and ruin their own lives before the game even starts. This is the Tale of Meduim Clue, an account born from a dream, shaped by a banking restriction, and named after a spelling mistake. Alright, now that introductions are out of the way, this is where sailing actually begins. And yes, before anything else, the boat has a name. Smiling Blow. Because every time something goes wrong out here, I just smile and take the blow. Oh, and level 5 sailing. Yeah, I got that. Fresh off the Pandemonium quest. I'm already out on the open water, heading towards my very first port task. So yeah, she floats, and today, that's enough. Here we are, docked at Port Sarum, ready to complete the first port task. With the crate of fish in hand, all I need to do is deliver this cargo. At this point, I should start to track sailing properly. So here's the skill overlay, staying on screen from here on out. Not because it makes me better, but because I like number go up.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, and just like that, level 6 sailing. I'll chart this port task board for some XP. Then do the same for the salvaging station. I won't be using it yet, but future plans are brewing. Next big goal, the Skiff at 15 sailing. I wonder if it'll live up to the blow.
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question. But I watch you a lot, you ask a lot of stupid questions.
But first, back to the port task board for another delivery. I grab a cargo task heading from Port Sarum back to Pandemonium. Load it up, and head back to the raft. Back on the open water. Smiling Blow, taking another load.
Nice.
Back to port, that is. And just like that, level 7 sailing. Let's break this down a bit. With sailing, progress isn't just measured in levels. It's measured in access. Two aspects of this are ports and mooring points. So these are the first 2 ports
Completed?
Port Sarum and the Pandemonium. Every first visit gets marked here, and over time, this table fills in. Altogether, there are 31 ports, reaching up to level 76, and 26 mooring points, islands with no docks, with the highest one locked behind level 87. Before I go back to the Red Prison, I will complete this list. I completely forgot to grab my spyglass earlier from Chart and Charles. Let's do that really quick while we're here on the Pandemonium. We can put the spyglass to use right away, by admiring none other than, well, Charles, of course. Right outside the cave entrance, we can use the spyglass again to get a good view of the Pandemonium. And just like that, level 10 sailing. I have a couple crates to drop off for this port task before I forget. This should get me to level 11 sailing. Let's do a quick charting session on our way back to the Pandemonium. First, the Draenor Rock. Then, a good view of the Wizard's Tower. Let's get the shipwreck northeast. Then a good view of the Western Mine and Lumbridge Swamp. Next, the nearby rock formation. An unfortunate corpse near Tutorial Island. I found the Pandemonium 3 shipwreck, then headed back to dock. Before I forget, I really should get the crowbar from Prying Times. So let's go ahead and start looking at that quest now. First, I need a red berry pie. Easy enough from the pie shop in the cooking guild. Quickly need to return my chef's hat to the stash before heading to the blast furnace though. Here, I need to make a steel bar. So let's grab 2 coal and 1 iron ore. Then, we are going to world hop from a non-blast furnace world such as this one to an actual blast furnace world to get the bar for free without paying any GP to the coffer.
Why are you the way that you are? Honestly, every time I try to do something fun or exciting, you make it not that way. I hate so much about the things that you choose to be.
Time to head back to Steve at the Pandemonium Bar, with everything needed to start the Prying Times quest. Long story short, I need to head to Port Sarim to pick up a cargo delivery for Steve and then bring it back. I board the Smiling Blow and head north. On the way, I chart the glider and the nearby Pandemonium 2 shipwreck. And there's level 15 sailing. Oh, and 1850 total. Nice. Time to use the spyglass for a good view of the Kromja shipyard. Then, head back to Port Sarim. After grabbing Steve's DoorDash order from the dock, I head back to the Pandemonium to drop it off. This will be my last cargo delivery on the raft. Hoping for a quick chat with Steve to let him know his order's all set, I ask for some looty, and he asks me for a special key to unlock his dash pass. I mean, open the pirate crate. Steve tells me we require the help of a master scallywag smith. Now I see where the red berry pie and steel bar come into play. Turns out, this key is just a crowbar. Let's see what Steve makes of this. I tell him I made the special key anyways, and he tells me it's perfect. But Steve is gonna ask me for something else. Steve tells me to look out for a sealed crate at sea, which contains a grog to drink. Ah, the open sea on the Smiling Blow. She's not fast, but she gets the job done.
Nice.
Time to give this crowbar, special key, a go and test it at sea. Okay. This doesn't seem like a very healthy choice. I definitely need to be more careful with these grogs in the future. Let's talk to Steve one last time about that crate. And this should wrap up both the Prying Times quest and this episode. This is the Tale of Meduim Clue, a UIM forged on Tutorial Island, still chasing progress instead of banks, charting every port, every island, every mistake. Prying Times is complete, along with level 18 sailing. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much. I'm having an absolute blast telling the story and sharing the journey with you all. If you enjoyed it, consider liking and subscribing for more episodes as the adventure continues. Until next time, Meduim out.